Okay, I've done a whole bunch more runs since last time because you can't really continue on past Mom's Heart until you beat it up 10 times. So I did that. I went down to Shoal a bunch more, got the negative completed. But most importantly of all, by doing that, I've also unlocked this character, who's going to be pretty important going forward. So if you haven't played Binding of Isaac before, 3 question marks, otherwise known as Blue Baby, is, I guess you could kind of describe him as the original challenge. I'm just kidding, everybody already knows everything about Binding of Isaac. But one of the things that I didn't actually know was apparently in the last, the final booster pack for the game, they actually changed it up so that you can no longer use the blue hourglass to cheese out the donation machine. And that's, kind of putting a little bit of, well, that's kind of an issue when it comes to making progress in the game. Because although I know that I would have to do a ton of runs overall to get everything unlocked, I was at least planning to cheese out greed mode, if nothing else, by using the blue hourglass. Even if you could only use it 5 times, which was something they added in Afterbirth Plus, you could at least, you know, really shorten the amount of time that you would have to spend playing greed mode. But now that I got to do it, like, for real, I don't know. I mean, maybe instead I should kind of scale back the plans for this series and just say, you know, fill out the post-it note to Delirium and not really worry too much about doing greed mode or, you know, like all the daily stuff. Some of the weirder achievements that you need to get. I still think doing stuff like the challenge mode with ultra hard speed challenge, everything like that is going to be pretty fun, but I don't know, man, about like having to do, I don't know why they decided to change the donation machine, stuff like that. It's already such a huge pain that to have that sort of thing there to kind of alleviate it a little bit was very, very nice. And it's the sort of thing that really makes you feel like if you do have a true mastery over the game, that you are able to really make it a lot quicker. Not so much now. I mean, that's a classic Binding of Isaac thing where it's like, hey, are we ever going to change like Yera and Blank Card? No. We will make sure that people can't actually get get their donation machines filled up easily, though. I mean, either way, the final ultimate reward for doing that is getting the Keeper, and, well, look, I can deal with Blue Baby. I can deal with Blue Baby. I can even deal with the Lost, especially because I think the Lost now with the Holy Mantle, which is also a greed machine requirement, he's not bad. That's a character that you can actually do some stuff with. But man, the Keeper is still such a pain to actually play. I don't think it's worth it. Well, anyway, there is still plenty more runs to do before I even have all the stuff unlocked in the game. Stuff like getting actually I do have Blue Womb unlocked now, as well as the final bit, having done the dark room at least once. So I guess there's not really too much to think about related to that. But I mean, I still got to get like the cathedral done 6 times or whatever, and you know, actually get all of the characters into beating Mega Satan and everything like that. So there's still plenty of things left. Besides, like I said, challenges. There's plenty of fun challenges that I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to at least commit the camera, if nothing else. You know, well, if nothing else, we got to, you know, speaking of things that used to be so exploitable, getting Dark Bum as the first item is really a great item to get at the very start here. I am very happy to see that, because I mean, even though it no longer pays out with yeah, okay. Even though it no longer pays out with soul hearts every single time that you know, it absorbs enough hearts, it still pays out with soul hearts often enough that it's like, wow, what a good item to get at the very start with Blue Baby especially. Might be able to even afford like a not Loki's Horns. Might even be able to afford like a Devil Deal at the very start here. This, however, might not be health. I would really like to get health right now more than anything else, but this is also pretty good too. I don't know. This also could be a good time. I mean, being, you know, more or less a challenge character, Blue Baby does also benefit a lot more, maybe from... Whatever. Come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Blue Baby does also benefit maybe a little bit more from... That's all I'm going for. Getting... I forgot. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't really matter either way. Oh yeah, defensive items is what I was going to say. Thinking about like maybe going for angel items, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'm already committed to the devil. I sold my soul to the devil, literally and figuratively, in this run. Devil's gonna have to have a lot more than just a couple trinkets for a video game if he wants my soul in real life. But in the meantime, it's like, yeah, huge AoE, huge damage, Jacob's Ladder. I mean, this is also like one of the things, you know, speaking of Anti-Birth eventually coming out in the Repentance, which is going to be eventually, it's like the 120 volt was pretty much the exact same as this thing. And I don't know if that was if this was something that they already had planned out or was something that was kind of more or less developed at the same time as... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Something more or less developed at the same time before Anti-Births, you know, had that item shown off. It's like it is kind of suspicious that they both appeared kind of at the same time, or maybe it's just one of those things that's so obvious that should be in the game, period. Because I know that McMillan originally, it's like was pretty impressed with like Anti-Birth, but I don't think had any actual plans to include it, to like make sure that it could be included in more modern versions of the game, that it was just going to be Rebirth OG. Oh yeah, looks like Isaac. Almost missed that. So it's like, I don't know. It's hard to say, because there are a lot of items that you can see mods did kind of without knowing about other people doing the exact same thing. I especially think of ones like a flamethrower type of deals, like the burning bush in Revelation, or like that had a pretty similar type of thing in Anti-Birth as well. It's like all these I know were not intentionally supposed to be copies of each other, but just happened to be anyway. Although I think that's kind of Binding of Isaac, where it's just like, hey, there's a lot of things that when you think about the game, it's just like they feel obvious when you give them like a moment's thought. Yoink, 426. I can at least get like the regular donation machine done, but again, that's not really a new character. Not that I want a new character anyway. The duality of man, I think, is the best way to put this. Well, anyway, I will take PhD. It's funny because PhD back in like original Binding of Isaac was so useless, because especially if you were playing as Cain, you started out with a luck foot, which already gave you only good pills in your rotation. The only thing that the PhD did was make them identified, which, you know, sure. Gurdy Jr., one of the many Gurdys that appears in the game. Along with the Girdlings, Gurdy, and then Gurdy Sr. or whatever. Mama Gurdy is what the name is. So yeah, it's like, hey, I'm having a good start to the run here, if nothing else. The plan is to eventually get down to the cathedral and then get through that easy enough. You know, I think that like the thing I would say is that what I really appreciate. Actually, can I maybe? Yeah, no, did not work at all. Well, here, you know what will work? One of the things I'll say with Binding of Isaac is that it's like I would very much appreciate if they did have an easier way to kind of like fast track the unlocks. Because like I said, I think that you can still use like the blue hourglass to just continuously beat Mom's heart over and over to start to have stuff unlocked. But that's, you know, kind of a grab bag as if you're actually going to get that on the run. There is stuff like... you know, only unlocking the Yera rune and kind of like that. That's a pretty easy way to, you know, only have the best. To only have the best. Yeah, thank you. The only have the best rune unlocked, period. But like even then, you still got to do like literally hundreds of runs over the course of the game to have everything unlocked. And it's like, as much as I would like to do that, it's just too much. I mean, I guess there are... It's often that I'll talk about, like, hey, I don't really want to play, like, a whole lot more roguelite-ish type of games because they just take so long to learn and get through. But it's like Binding of Isaac especially takes a very long time to get through. Well, it takes a very long time to learn, even though the individual runs are actually kind of short by themselves, maybe only hampered down by the very early game being somewhat difficult to really learn. But then it's like actually unlocking stuff is just so much, and then you replay the game, and then you replay the game, and then you replay the game. It's like I just think that a lot of other games don't really have that same sort of like really nothing. Nah, all right, fine, whatever. A lot of other games don't really have that sort of issue where you encounter just basically repetitively beating the game over and over. I mean, even something like Dead Cells, for example, which that is the basic way that you progress. That's at least like it ramps up the difficulty every single time, and it's only 5 times. Thinking of like Enter the Gungeon, it's like you beat the game once per character. Well, it's like you unlock the bullet, and then you beat the game once per character, and then you're good. And then you're good. It's like here, though, like I said, I had to beat up Mom's heart 10 times. Actually, 11 times, technically, to unlock It Lives. 10 times to unlock this character. And you gotta beat Mom once, and then you gotta beat the next 2 areas 6 times each. And it's just a whole thing. It's just a whole rigmarole, let me tell you. So... I don't know. I mean, I think I prefer when games don't go that exact route. I mean, really, with Dark Bum, I don't even need to. I could just take this, but I won't. Oh, I guess I already got my Devil Deal as maxed out as I possibly can. Although, just to make sure that I have as much as possible. Hey, I'll say this, Book of Revelations, Dark Bum, either one of these would be very good to get as Blue Baby. Getting both of them here is a real Hail Mary of a run going on right now. I mean, I don't know what it is. Speaking of playing Enter the Gungeon, I got so lucky in that game as well, getting like thank you, like a rainbow chest in that, getting getting the high dragon fire, which is just like, I played through that, the original save file that I had, I played through that entire game without ever seeing that, and then I just kind of randomly come across it in the series that I did for the channel, and it's like the other like wacky things with like the black hole gun and all that, beating the advanced Dragon and everything. It's like, man, I don't know what it is about me getting just absurdly lucky in some of these games. I guess I can't be too disappointed because, hey, I mean, it makes for some pretty interesting runs, you know, from a gameplay perspective and everything, but it's still like, man, I can't believe this is happening so much. I mean, I also got like a couple other characters unlocked along with this dude that I will probably be showing in the next episode as kind of like a, hey, here's like a 5-minute highlight reel of me unlocking characters. And it's like, that was also some absurd luck. It's been a pretty wacky time here, I'll say that. Although still, it's like, I don't know. There is also a feeling that it's like, as I've been playing through the game, that I'm just also kind of like, yeah, gonna beat the game over and over and over, and then we're gonna get to it. Just gotta... I mean, even as much as I like Binding of Isaac, it does feel kind of old hat. What can I say? I think when Repentance comes out, that will be something new, because although I have watched a decent amount of people play through a lot of the Anti-Birth stuff, I have not actually played it myself. I think I said in the first episode that it's like, it was a little bit too much, too much of, hey, you gotta install this and then install this and like go with an old version of the game, and I'm like, whatever. I'll just stick with watching people play it on the internet. But then it's like, now it's coming out with the actual thing. It's like maybe we might even get a little bit more actual content with that too. As far as I know, I mean, I don't know if they actually, speaking of like good damage ups, as far as I know, it's like we might also be getting extra items even on top of that. I mean, where's like the items that are references to surely what will go down in history as Rich Evans' greatest role as Ash from the main character from The End Is Nigh. Did it anyway. God. It's like get some more references from that in there, because I think like Antibirth came out before that. So yeah, you know, you didn't really get too much there. I didn't actually mean to use telepills. I meant to press spacebar, but for some reason my brain was wired to use telepills. I mean, that's why I got the telepills in the first place, to make sure that I don't have to deal with rooms like that, but still. Anyway. It's like, yeah, there's that. I mean, there's just a lot more items. One of the things that I would like to see in the game is just one of the things I know Northern Lion. I'm just going to start stealing commentary bits from him at this point. Oh, what? You weren't doing that before? Shut up! Don't tell him. I might get. You might somehow like make a DCMA takedown happen for me, which would make sense. I am just blatantly stealing his shtick, but yeah, it's like one of the things he always talk about is that there's a lot of really wacky items that have been introduced in the last few updates, but not really a whole lot of just, I don't know, stat ups. Yeah, let's go with that one. And I don't know. I don't think it's that bad, but I do definitely feel what he's saying. So if there were just going to be like, hey, here's a number of just basic stat ups, I would not be opposed to you know, getting some of that sort of thing in the game. I mean, obviously, even Antibirth does have its own like set of like little stat ups that you're going to be able to get. Stuff like sausage and everything. But still, there's also going to be a lot more, you know, wacky things also introduced in the game at the same time too, and blah blah blah. You know how it is. Nothing. Dark Bum, you've already blessed me so much. Despite the fact that you are so satanic looking. Oh, yeah, well, then I'm going to say you can't do it anymore. All right, anyway. It's like maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe we'll just get like a little bit of rebalancing in some place. Probably not. But I was just talking about how I feel like at the start of this episode, how I feel like there are some things that clearly, you know, it's shocking that they prioritized getting nerfs for that as getting nerfs for like doing the donation machine as opposed to just so many other things in the game. But again, it's like, who am I to complain? Well, who am I to not complain too? I'm a loyal player of this game. They should listen to me. Whatever. Anyway, let's go check out what's in the double key room. It's never worth it. Well, no, it's not. It's not worth it. Although, I mean, I don't actually know how this works. It's like, okay, so that one jammed. Now can I go down to this one and donate the rest? Cause say they made sure they didn't fix that. See, it's as if Edmund McMillan is literally updating this game as I'm playing it. Please. Petrified poop. Well, if I still had the poop, I suppose that would make a difference. But just, nope. Thank you. Man, Dark Bum, you're just the best, aren't you? Dark Bum, don't tell any of the other familiars, but you're my favorite. Anyway, what am I at? I'm at depths 2, so that's actually gonna... I don't even need it. Yeah, I guess that's actually just gonna be it now, isn't it? And I can't really tell, but I think I am getting some synergy with Cricket's body and the little splashback on tears, which is pretty nice. Sure, do I want to just go do this? Why not? Get me even more healing, and then it's just like literally holding down the attack button. The lightning is gonna go everywhere. Now this is a good time to be doing this. I don't remember what I actually get for I do not remember at all what I actually get for completing boss rush and everything. But it's like, I might as well. I'm here. I'm here, I'm doing it. And it's like, it's very unlikely that I'm going to take enough damage to be like a completely to put myself in a completely unwinnable situation or anything. No, especially with all the, I have so many ways to get health now. This is the sort of stuff that you dream of when you're playing as Blue Baby, let me tell you. Book of Revelations, Dark Bum, Miter. Get the relic here. I don't think I have the relic unlocked, so that's not possible, but you get the relic here and it's just like, get like the nail with the car battery. It's just, it's all there, baby. What more can you ask for? None. Then it's just, yeah, hop skip right to the first part of the... Because this is going to be the first time that I go to the cathedral. It's like normally what you'd have to do is until you get the 11 kills or whatever it is, you would have to get an angel room to appear after Mom's Heart, and you know, with the way that I usually just take devil rooms, that's generally not a thing that happens too much. So, yeah. I mean, I tried to even get it to happen, but like the one time that I had angel rooms kind of locked in, of course, that was also the one time that I didn't get an angel room after the Mom's Heart. So, hey. Ah, well. It should be locked in, confirmed, whatever you'd want to say at this point in time. Which means that, at least I'm pretty sure. Like, I've done a bunch of runs since last time. I think at this point I should have the ability to go up to the cathedral now, but I'm going to be honest. There are some, even though, again, everybody knows everything about Binding of Isaac, there are some specifics that I'm just not privy to sometimes. Especially, like, what gets unlocked from everything. Like, I got to go figure out what I think it's Delirium with Maggie to do Eucharist, and that's going to be... And for getting, like, a lot of the angel items, you're going to want to get, like, the D6 with Isaac, which I'm getting after this run. And the, yeah, like, the D6 with Isaac. Get, like, some sort of breaking run with, you know, infinite items in whatever way. And then, like, have Eucharist always have the angel room open so that you can use butter or whatever to reroll stuff and get all of the angel items for when you're kind of farming for those. Because there's a lot of items specific to that area that don't really just, that just don't appear very often. Although, yeah, I have gotten Sacred Heart right now, so there's at least one of the easier ones to get. Then again, if I'm not going to be going for 100% completion, what does it matter? I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I will try to go for 100% completion, but what it'll be is it'll be like, you know, I'll just do a bulk of completion right now, and then when Repentance actually comes out, that's when we'll go for 100%. I think that's a good... I think that would be a good way to go about doing it. I just don't want to have to go and do greed mode that many times. Oh, well... It's okay, I guess. Kind of bad Ludovico, but whatever, that's good enough. It doesn't even matter. I got enough health right now. That was one time that he paid out. I mean, at this point, it doesn't even matter. He can pay out with as many spiders as he wants. That's all, I'm not even going to be worried about that. Fine by me. You do you, Dark Bum. Once again, I've already been so blessed by you and what you've done for me. Anything of interest? No. I mean, I don't even know why. I'm not... There's no way. There is no way that I'm going to go and do a challenge room right now. It's entirely pointless. I mean, it's just... I have so much health that it does not really matter too much. I just have so much, I just have so much health right now that it's like I can go and walk into a sacrifice room, no problem at all, everything like that. Because I should be able to just heal up immediately right away. In fact, this might actually be a time to go do Hush or something. Well, I don't know. This is pretty good. I don't know if it's Hush good, though. That was entirely pointless. Why did I even do that? Anyway. It was? Yeah. That'll be a nice way to kind of like hurry this up if I felt like it, but Yeah, let's screw it, I do. Yoop. I said yoop. Yeah, whatever, man. I don't care. Look, the thing is, it's like, yeah, I could get like another devil deal, I could get more items and whatever, but does it matter? This run is going perfectly fine. I'm kind of right now a man on a mission for one singular thing, and that is getting to the cathedral. Anything else matters not. Everything else is just going to get in the way. I will take a couple keys, though. Can always use some keys. Man, I remember those things. I don't remember exactly what they're called, like leeches or something. But it's like occasionally you can find like champion versions that are like slightly larger or smaller. And when you find one that's very large of those, I remember it well because the one time that I found a large champion of that, it has its sound pitched down, which means that you can very, very clearly hear that it is somebody presumably, I don't know, Ridiculon or whatever who did the soundtrack, just going, ah, ah, ah. Like the first time I heard that, I was laughing so hard that I almost lost that run. It's like a repeat of the, yeah, and we're good. Okay, good. And I do get to actually, like, go to take a choice here this time. Yeah. Ah, screw it. Let's go do Hush. Whatever. I'll have my choice after this, too. But, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, it was a repeat of back when I first played like Dark Souls 2 and saw the friends till the end. Knight guys who look like they're like roller skating towards you, which is pretty great. Hey, host that, fun. That's always a pretty nice item. I don't think it's going to be very useful here, but you know. Teleport away? Nah, I think I'll just take this. Any marked rocks or anything? Also, any keys down here? I don't know. I suppose I can always use that, though. I mean, I can also blow this up. Here, let's see if I can't. Yeah, just give me, you know, Sans host hat. That's fine by me. Hush, hush, thought I heard her call my name now. Hush, hush, broke my heart, but I love her just the same now. Oh, it got hit. Scapular might do something. I think I had to be at half a heart, though, to actually make that work. So, maybe not. I had like Gimpy or something. Gimpy would be good synergy with the Dark Bum, but I don't think that's gonna come into play right now. And by I don't think, I mean it's not going to come into play right now. That said, we're just going just fine here. And any one of the ads summoned will be, yeah, nearly instantaneously taken out. Yep, good stuff. Like I said, there's where like Gimpy or something would be pretty useful, but as long as I'm kind of careful. The only thing that I'm really worried about is this attack basically. Which you want to stand still in an area where you're not going to get hit, and then we're good. It's always consistent. It's always a consistent shot. Yeah, this is good. Looks like it's going over me. Yeah, no. That'll do it. I think this move also kind of a little bit frightening, but as long as I can stay away from it enough, it's fine. Yeah, Hush, as long as you got enough health, is generally not a big deal because of his whole damage reduction deal. Oh, that's another thing I can complain about right now. Don't really like the whole damage reduction. It's just like, if you have a powerful enough run, it's like you should just have a powerful enough run. Mega Satan don't have this issue. If you can beat Mega Satan, you just beat Mega Satan. Whereas Hush, it's like you can only do so much damage so quickly, which is frustrating. Blue Baby v Blue Baby. Only fitting for this one right now, isn't it? And also, you know, I was saying before that just like I did happen to beat this guy once, which makes me very happy because otherwise I would have to go through an ending and not be able to continue on with the game past this point. But here I should be able to. Like, good lord, I can only hope so. Da-da-da-da-da. Fate's Reward's not that good. Anyway. Send me. I mean, I guess it's okay. Bad Incubus, basically. Yeah, I get a new look for the new season. But, yeah, okay, well, there's another thing. I mean, it's like, again, I'm kind of looking for items because I'm not doing this on hard mode just yet. If I was doing that on hard mode, that would at least be something knocked off the list. But here, I didn't remember what the actual unlock was, and it was not worth it. Oh, well, whatever. At least now I never have to fight Hush on camera again. That's how that works, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. One of the things I was always disappointed about with the Rebirth version of the Cathedral was the way that it no longer has the stained glass windows that has Isaac's little crying face on it. They're just kind of like more generic stained glass stuff now. I mean, there's, you know, actually that isn't something with Binding of Isaac entirely, where it's like I pretty much like everything Rebirth did back to the original, except I did like the original Flash version a lot. It was something about that old art, that old like super simple vector art or whatever, where everything had the heavy outlines, and Isaac looked so much more pudgy and everything. I like that. I like that version of the art style a lot more. Here, Isaac has this like super huge head, which I mean, I get. By the way, I do believe that means that everything is literally free in the shop, but I'm not going to encounter shop anymore, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's like I know the larger head is too, so you can actually see like the changes that he goes through as he's going through the game and everything. But it's like, I don't know, I still like the older version of him. But yeah, it's like pretty much everything else, like performance, the hitboxes for things, just in general, like the new addition to items and everything like that is just generally much better. But, you know. Oh no, the boss is Isaac himself. Ah, I thought I was supposed to be binding you. You were supposed to bring balance to the force and whatever. Thanks, Gertie. I mean, again, everybody already knows everything about this game. It's like you might also be like, hey, wait a second, are you playing as dead Isaac? Yeah, Isaac dies in this game. That's a thing. Ah, dang. All right, and that, I believe, should unlock the D6. There we go. Also unlocked for everybody else, too.